So the plan is to eat no food for the next 5 days. Okay, I will be having some psyllium husk because I do not hate myself, and staying regular is very, very helpful. Also, I do have university, so a little bit of MCT to keep my brain actually functional. But that's it, so, gym. Oh, you could actually see it that time. Yeah, it's a little nippy. Okay, squats and deadlifts. I should probably do that weighted. Yeah, I got weights. Do you feel the burn? Because my legs do. My hands though, still frozen. I went for a little walk-see because I don't want to do the squats, which I'm finishing now. Had a chat with the neighbour, because apparently she goes for walks too. She was complaining about the smell and the fence. My cleaner was here, so I got her to use her nose. The chickens do not make a smell. She stuck her head in there, they're fine, which is great. I have not been counting how many squats I'm doing. Crap. What did happen next? Yeah, then she said the horse manure is a smell, which smells similar to what she was complaining about, the next door neighbour. So I went over with a hammer and a piece of wood, fixed her fence, which I may have broken a little bit. It was just buckled. It's no longer buckled. And told her it's the horse manure and it should smell less with the cooler weather. By the time summer comes around, you probably shouldn't smell it anymore because it'll be broken down. You know what? I think this is enough squats. Dear God, I'm done. Right, it is 9:30 a.m. and I have nothing to do, and I have to get it done before 4 p.m. because I've got a doctor's appointment. Shopping for Dad it is then. 12:30. Perfectly good waste of 4 hours. Oh, don't have lunch. Good old bottle of water. Trying to figure out what to do. I've got the ecology assignment, which I can't think of what to do with, but it's not due until next Monday. There's writing the book, and quite frankly, I think I need a nap, which tracks with the whole not eating thing. So I'm thinking a nap. Figure it out after that. Yeah, that awkward moment when you put on your CPAP to take an afternoon nap, and it lasts 3 hours, and you miss your doctor's appointment, and now you're kind of panicking just a little bit. Got to the doctor's appointment, he wasn't super happy about me being an hour late. Went to go weigh myself at the nurse's station, only to find out the nurse had left, so I couldn't do that. Walked around trying to find a scale at the shopping centre. They only had one that went up to 120. I weigh more than that. So I went and bought one that goes up to 180. I was quite happy with it until I came home and realised we already had one that went up to 180. So I kind of just spent $30 for no reason. That's fun. But, you know, that's just been today. So hopefully tomorrow is better. I've got a Zoom call today because the powers that be actually are doing it at a reasonable time. So that'll be fun. Might go through a couple videos related to that. Might also do a little writing, but probably not. I'm not expecting much today. 10 minutes until a Zoom call and my brain is spinning. What am I doing with my life again? Yay! Right, so I'm leaving the country in 22 months. If I focus all of my efforts for the next 22 months on 3 things, that would be getting fit, education, and getting ready. So, for getting fit, we've got weight loss, obviously, exercise, fasting, nutrition. I'm pretty sure I'm hitting all of those. I haven't been hitting them very hard for the past month, but like I know what I'm doing. We're good, we're golden, yay. 2, education, university, syntropics. I've got projects out the backyard. I do my own research on some things. I get hands-on experience when I have time, and I talk to other people, smart people, again when I have time. 3, getting ready, building up, prepping. This requires me to have Dad sorted by someone else. I'm hoping to get him on NDIS so he's no longer my problem. I need a big nest egg. Having a big brand would be helpful because then, you know, I've got some clout. I can go somewhere and be like, hey, I'm that guy on that thing that you might know of. That would be helpful. At least an online presence would be good. I do have the Jason Machen Actual YouTube channel, which has 3 videos on it. And if I get a couple more, maybe like 1 a month, that'll be something, you know, a landing page. Then Then there's the book idea, which does tie into the online presence, big brand, and if it goes well, which is very unlikely, but if it does, that could make me some money. And it's not going to be all that much effort to write it because writing's easy for me. I think I have a plan. I wish someone else would tell me I have a plan, but I don't have anyone to talk to right now. Alright, I'm going to go on the Zoom call and talk to people. I may talk about that. Maybe. I feel all energetic, which is not helpful because I need to be going to bed. I think maybe this nap that I had in the afternoon was a terrible plan. I'm going to go for a walk. Good walk. I may have figured out what to do with the ecology assignment tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, I should probably fill out my diary. Been doing that lately. Good morning, it's Wednesday, I think. Nearly 7 a.m. I have been awake for nearly 2 hours, but I've only recently got out of bed. Long story short, there's things to do on the phone, and I did them, and it's very cold outside. Oh no. So, this has been wobbling, and I was just going to add another bracket so it doesn't do that so much. And then I realized it's not even fucking attached anymore because rust and shit, I guess. It's the same on the other end, which is amazing. I'm going to use stronger brackets, I think. I was just going to add in another one of these because you can bend them a little bit because the roof is on a bit of an angle. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to use these expensive ones. I'd rather not, but I don't have a choice. I don't think. Not sure what I'm going to do with the angle though. Oh dear God, it doesn't wobble anymore. Only took an hour. Alright, so I have done 4 sets of everything because I am winning today. It's 9:30 a.m. I was thinking I could just finish my ecology assignment here, but I always get things done quicker at the university. I feel more productive and just, get shit done. So I'm going to get dressed, and if I'm going to get dressed, I'll buy a kettlebell because I've been needing one for a while. I also got a massage because my calf was on fire. Just the right one. I love getting on, so much fun. So my lunch was a cup of hot water with a teaspoon of Vegemite, a little bit of psyllium husk, and a dash of salt. Oh my God, it was one of the best tasting things I've had in my entire life. Not hungry or nothing, just that was really, really nice. Kind of want more, but that would be bad because then eating would happen. Looking forward to having that for dinner though. Just did a bit of extra math on the ecology assignment, and I need to rewrite the entire assignment, which is actually amazing because I found something very cool. The assignment was based on a study between north-facing and south-facing slopes, blah blah blah, microclimates. There was nothing. There was no difference, probably because there wasn't much of a slope to begin with. But there was a huge difference in microclimate with the amount of tree cover. Like, the high temperatures weren't as high, the minimum temperatures weren't as low, and underneath the tree canopy, you're more likely to get dew, which in a arid climate like Adelaide, that's amazing. So I'm excited about writing this assignment now, which means it'll get done faster. Yay, enthusiasm! I am free from the blight that is the ecology assignment. It's done. Yay. We'll head it up. And now... Oh, fuck. I've got like 3 lectures to watch. Dear God. No, I'm going for a walk. Walkies. I had 2 Vegemite soups. I am so happy right now. Although I am considering 5 days might be a bit much. So, we'll see about that tomorrow morning. So I've done 1 lecture, and I have managed to go through 2 of the Syntropic videos that I've been meaning to get through. And there's a couple money, businessy things that I need to get through, because I'm starting to realize I suck at money. Like, I'm not as bad as my dad, but I do suck at money. Anyway, I'm gonna do all the things that make me go to bed, and then talk about a new brain stuff. Yeah, I'm starting to get dumb because of the lack of food, I think. Yo, dude, this is pretty good. Like, I've got the chisel over there, straight up on this side, and then comes up, and a little bit of fluff. This side's a little bit of a mess, but it looks pretty fucking good right now. I've got a jaw. See? Don't look fat. I love it. Right, so when I get to Africa, I'm going to be focusing on food, education, and access, because that's what the people over there need, as far as I'm aware. And for the next 2 years, I'm focused on health, education, and prepping, which is pretty much the same as the other thing. Food, fitness, that's health, that can be depicted as a love heart. Education, prepping, and access. That's just resource management. Anyway, so I've been thinking about getting a tattoo on my wrist here. You know, in the vein of Love, Death, and Robots. I can do a love heart for health. I can do a book, or possibly a brain, but probably a book, for education. And then for prepping, access, resource management, or logistics, I haven't quite got a symbol for that yet, but I could have my own little Love, Death, Robots themed tattoo, and I want it for my birthday, because that is soon. Also, with the going to Africa plan, I keep having very big ambitions, which I do not have the money to pull off, or the expertise. However, if I niche down really, really small, and aggressively pursue one small thing that I can then palm off to someone else, I got a nail in the coffin, and with more nails, I can kill a dragon. Because if you're going to kill a dragon, you need to put it in a coffin, obviously. Metaphors, that's how that works. Ooh, love heart with the bit of boop line, a book, and a nail. Or a screw. I definitely prefer screws. Screws are great. Yeah, it'd be a pretty badass tattoo. I would like that. Maybe a nail, like a tack, because it's more blocky. Yay, I'm getting a tattoo. Also, I just spent $3,000 on my dad's NDIS assessment thingamabob. It came out of my bank account, but I do owe him $9,000, so now I owe him 6. I am fully aware that my cognition is not as airtight as it usually is, and that this is probably very boring for you. But that's okay, because you're a stalker. You don't need to be watching this, you weirdo. Mwah. Oh, it's 8 a.m. on Thursday. I've done my gym stuff and had breakfast, just a Vegemite soup thing. Feeling pretty good, really, so I don't think I'm gonna have food today. Yeah, I should probably get to university. Traffic will start being a bitch soon, probably already is. The ecology practical, handed it up and everything. Watched a lecture for my next class, only to find out the next class doesn't exist today. Like, it's not on the schedule. So I realised I did not do my sumo squats. So I've been doing that. I've got 1 set left. And I'm starting to feel sleepy, which is a problem. Last time I had a nap, it lasted 3 hours. I don't want that. Went for a long walk, still a bit tired. Got me some Vegemite, 3 of these, they're on special. So rude. Anyway, go back to it. It's 5 p.m. I finished the lecture on mapping. Dear God, I hate that class. I've got 1 litre of water left, so I think I might drink that before I leave. Made another Vegemite soup. I just watched some bullshit on YouTube for a bit. And by bullshit, I mean like money stuff, because I need to get a hold of my finances. I'm gonna be in Africa with no income, and I'm gonna die there because I'm poor. Need to fix that. I should probably do that last set of squats though. Oh, I've also signed up for a soil pit day on Saturday, which means I definitely need to eat something tomorrow because it's a 2-hour drive to this place, and there is no way I am driving 2 hours with 5 days of no eating. That's just dumb. I'm not that dumb. This is another Vegemite soup. I just realized I've got a book I'm supposed to be writing. So whilst the money stuff is important and I should probably sit down with a piece of paper and write shit out so I understand what the fuck's going on. Book. It's nearly 8 p.m. I wrote quite a bit, I think. Good morning, it's Friday. I just weighed myself. I am now 129.6 kilos. And apparently, this shirt alone weighs 800 grams, which was surprising. So I've lost 4 kilos. Yummy. Anyway, I feel surprisingly good for the 4th day of not eating. I'm definitely gonna have a little something this morning, and then more something 2 hours later. But I'm surprised. 4th day is okay. Or 4th morning, I guess. It's cold. My tummy is warm. And I don't want to do anything right now. I was going to go into the lounge room and just practice Swahili for an hour until the sun shows up. But my stepdad's in there taking a nap. So that's not really an option. So I'm going to deal with the chickens, I guess. Yeah. 9 a.m. I've just had second breakfast, which was Vegemite soup with a little bit of vegetables, like a tiny amount of vegetables, and 3 eggs. First breakfast was Vegemite soup with 2 eggs. That's 3 hours apart. Which means the next one would be at 12, technically, but I've got class at 11, so I'm not sure what's happening there yet. And I have finished my gym workout. Ooh. Except for the things I was going to add. I haven't done those yet. I need to get back to it. I've had a third breakfast, which was a very tinily sliced zucchini and another 3 eggs. Probably too soon for that, to be honest, and too much. But shit happens, and is likely to happen. I need to get to class. I am possibly only just going to make it in time. I made a series of mistakes. 1, I did not have a plan for lunch. 2, I went to the shops. Alright, so I've been craving almond butter, although I think cashew butter is the correct one, and blueberry jam on a piece of bread, a thick ass piece of bread. However, as I was going into the shops, I was thinking to myself, that's a lot of carbs. I should probably wait until Monday to have that, and then I can go back on the 3-day fast thing. So I was like, you know what? Let's substitute. Let's go and get something from the bakery. Just something small. Mistake number 3 is having a substitute. So I eat my baked goods at the shops. Issue number 4. Do not eat baked goods until you have left the shops. Bought some vegetables. That's fine. Saw a fudge bar, chocolate coated fudge bar. I'm like, that looks nice. Haven't tried that before. I'll grab that. That was inevitable because I did not have the baked goods at home. Then I realised, if I'm hankering for my nut butter and blueberry jam sandwich all weekend, I'm going to have a fucking problem. Because I know what I've been like lately. Thanks to myself. I'll get all the spreads I want, have them today, not finish them, and then tomorrow I'll drop them off at Grandma's, and then they're not mine anymore. I have committed charity to my nieces and one nephew. No, they're all cousins. Right. So anyway, I've decided today's a cheat day. I walk in, I see the cookies at the cafe. Yeah. 4 cookies. Then I went and bought the spreads, more than I wanted to, like 5 of them. But you know, once I've had them, they no longer are of interest because they're not new or fun anymore. Bought some bread, not the bread I wanted. I wanted like something soft but like dense. This is not either really. It's just a bit shit high fiber. No. Anyway, yeah. So I went to the shops, bought all the carbs, which is what I've been trying to avoid. Very dumb. How to fix this? Always have a fucking plan. Never, ever, ever go to the shops. If you do go to the shops, don't have a substitute. And don't plan to do things later, because there's no point thinking about it later. Don't make deals. Like, I'll get this now and then have it later. Yeah, don't make deals, because they're all lies. I'm very awake now, though, because I've had sugar and shit, so... toilet later. No. This caramel spread, because, oh my god, I've never seen that before. And it is not as sweet as this. This is sweeter. It is, like, poisonously sweet. No more jam. Bleh. I am very wired right now. Oh my god. I should probably go for a run. That might help. You know, besides the whole eating a lot of dumb shit and suffering just a bit, the fasting for 3 days with the Vegemite soup seems to be a winner. Because I've ended the fast before and it's been much more violent. This seems to be a win. I will not be filming on this channel tomorrow. I have a soil pit day, so I'm going to attempt to film that in widescreen, which probably won't translate very well because of the formatting of this video. That'll be on my other channel, Jason Machin Actual. Thinking of doing a like time traveler theme. It'll probably turn out terribly, but you know, gotta start with something. Alright, so peace.